trying to see what I lost from the last instance. But good news, we're now hardwired into a gigabit modem. So hopefully the lag will be much less and or gone, would be greatly preferred. So let's see, sorry I lost your feed. Yeah, everyone lost my feed. So sorry about that, but we are now hooked into a gigabit modem, should be okay. Now hooked directly into a gigabit modem, should be okay from now on. All right, so let's start hello madam, sorry for the interruption. It appears that my internet did not like the distance between the computer and the modem. Hello, Oana. Hello. So I need to determine what the other paid reading was, and I'll do that after the mom has dementia one. So let me start out with, I redrew. So mom has dementia and sister's taking care. Will she get better? So she will get incrementally a little bit better. I don't think that, again, I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. This is just an entertaining tarot reading. So let me continue on with where I was at. So mom is sort of in the weeds per se as far as the dementia goes, right? So things fade. People that you knew are now strangers. And it's a confusing time. It's a confusing time for the family, which needs to adjust to the new environment or the new situation. It's also a confusing time, obviously, for mom as well, because mom really doesn't know what's going on or gets confused. And dementia is not something to where you can just recover or, just magically get out of it. But I think she will get incrementally better as she sees familiar faces, right? Familiar faces, familiar people, familiar items and things like that is going to help her. As far as the pathway that she needs to take to sort of get a little bit better over time, that's going to be reliant not only on her working through the issues or working through these things and trying to recover, but it's also going to be incumbent upon the family to sort of be there as a support network, to be there and showing love and support and familiar faces and get a routine. And it seems from the cards that the routine is going to be key. In other words, a routine, a predictable routine, things go the same way. A lot of times things go the same way. So now, even with dementia, there's some semblance of a link between the routine and how things go and how things move along. And so it makes her a little bit better. Again, it's not something that she's going to just snap out of. Dementia just doesn't go away. As far as the cards are concerned in this particular situation. Again, I'm not a doctor, so take this as just a general tarot reading, an entertaining tarot reading. It's something that you're going to have her work through. Again, it's between the family and mom. I think sister is going to be good with getting some help, getting her the assistance she needs. But as long as that structure's there, just as long as that day-to-day structure is there, I think that she'll get into a comfort zone to where she's sort of comfortable going back and forth. And I think it will alleviate a little bit of the problem, and it'll make it a little bit better on the family, because now mom's sort of, a little bit more predictable, or mom has a little bit more of a grasp, as well as things like that. So yeah, this is a journey that is unfamiliar. This is a journey that's difficult to take. The devil upside down, I think that things are going to get a little bit better. Again, the Six of Swords, the journey is a weird place to be, right? We have two sort of journey cards, two sort of movement cards, and it's going to be one of the situations to where you're going to have to adjust to it, learn about the situation, learn about the disease, and try to make the best of the situation. Again, I see things looking up a little bit. I see things improving, but then there's that Three of Pentacles. There's that routine, right? Almost when you're working, there's that routine, and that routine is going to help a lot of things connect and it's going to help things get a little better over time. But again, not something magical that just goes away. But yeah, things will get better. It's all about the routine. It's all about the support network. It's all about things like that. So that's where we are at with that. So thank you for the donations. And there is the reading. Let me try to figure out what the other donation was. And as I do that, we'll do another reading while we wait. So let's see. So the video is up now, and I can sort of go through and figure out. It's not even going to show it. Okay, I'll get to it later. If you donated, I will make a video, and I will get to your reading, and your reading will be done. So sorry about the interruption. Thank you for everyone for joining. Madam Lulu's Parter, hey. Katya, hey. Oana, hello again. Faith Strong, Rhonda, pick me. Darcy, hey, how's it going? Scorpia, Spring, Cosmic, hello everyone. I appreciate you joining me again. Sorry about the mishap there, but I'm now plugged into a gigabit modem, so hopefully everything will go well. So let's say hello to everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. Scorpia, Nicola, my accurate psychic reading. I still love your name. That's so awesome. Sim's Awakening, Philippe Lim, Angela Boho, and Rhonda. Cool. Can you tell me if the interview tomorrow is worth my time? So this is for Jade Mystic. So let's get Jade Mystic's question over there. Interview worth my time. All right, is the interview worth my time? And for this, let's stick with the Light Seers Tarot here. So are you nervous about the interview? How do you think the interview is going to go? Is it one of those interviews where you're kind of still iffy on it, or how do you think that's going to go? Joshua, hey, how's it going? Darcy, how are you? All right, we'll do 5. I tend to like the 5-card readings, indeed. All right, is the interview worth my time? We have the 8 of Pentacles upside down and the 3 of Pentacles upside down. Now, of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make major life decisions based upon a random person doing a stream on the internet. Kelly, how's it going? Chame, is that how I pronounce that? There's not a list, Chame, it's all random. I'm picking questions at random. I have one other person that I need to do a tarot reading, but I need to scroll through a lot of chat to get to it, and I will do that in a separate video. So what do you think about an interview worth my time? It appears that we have the 2 work cards are upside down. So that leads me to ask, is there something about this job that you really don't care about it? Is this an interview that you're really invested in? Is this something that you're going to be absolutely heartbroken if it doesn't happen? The 2 work cards that we have are upside down, which is really kind of odd. The 2 of Pentacles also says that the choices, are you out of choices? Or is this a situation to where you don't have as many choices as you used to before? So the choices card, the changes card is upside down. 2 work cards are upside down. That means you're restricted with your choices, right? You had a few choices. It seems that maybe some of the choices didn't work out. You're a bit restricted with some of the choices. Maybe this is not literally your last choice, but it seems to be a choice that you were sort of gravitating to, maybe. Maybe this was super, super important to you. But the 3 and the 8 look like that. Again, don't make any decisions based upon what my reading is, but with the 2 work cards upside down, it seems like you're limited on choices. Now, the King of Wands, there's a man involved, and the man makes the decisions. So if you do go on this interview, make sure that you get in touch with the man that makes the decision. So there's somebody that makes the decision. There's somebody that you need to be talking to. So make sure that at a minimum, obviously, if he has subordinates that are interviewing you, identify who makes the decision, identify who the boss is, and find out who that person is. And that's the person that you want to sort of talk to. You want to sort of be there, right? 8 of Cups upside down. Show your personality. Let them know. Not only answer questions, but don't be super nervous about it. Be a little more relaxed. Focus on relaxing. Focus on talking to the right people. Focus on making eye contact with the person in charge. That's going to be one of the key components here as well. And another thing, make sure that they see your personality. A lot of times when we go into interviews, we get all nervous. We're not really sure what to do. We have a lot of hesitation. We don't know if we qualify. And people make you nervous in interviews for a reason. That's an important thing, right? When you go to an interview, people are going to make you nervous for a reason, so that you're sort of off balance. And sort of stay off balance and realize they're going to do that. And show them your personality. Don't be a robot. Don't go in there and be, I know this question, I know this question, I know that. Don't do that. Be personable, connect with the people, and show them a piece of your personality. Let your personality come forth, because they're hiring you not only for your skills and things like that, but also for your personality, right? When you get into an employee in, it's important to determine if they're going to fit. A lot of people that have a personality, it just doesn't fit at all with the company. So let them see your personality. Let them see the personable side about you, so they can make that determination right there if that's going to be an important thing. So, did he find me attractive in the picture? I don't know. You got a man there. I don't see anything. I don't see 2 of Cups. I don't see lovers. I see 8 of Cups upside down. I'm not really sure how to answer that question. Did he find me attractive in the picture? I'm not really sure how to answer that question. But again, when you go, make sure you show your personality. Make sure you talk to the person in charge. Overall, I'm not sure that this is going to be the best fit. You do have limited choices, so I say go with the interview. Go for it. Go for the interview. Try it out. Worst thing you can do is fail. So that's how it is in life. You fail, you pick yourself up, you go again. You fail, you pick yourself up, you go again. So I think you're going to do fine. Just make sure to talk to the right person and show your personality. Don't be a robot. Nobody likes hiring that robot. All right, let's see what other questions that we have. Let's see. I'm from the Philippines. Career. How's my new beginnings looking for 2020? Sims Awakening. Let's do a 2020. We have a 2020 graphic. All right, Sims Awakening. Excuse me. All right, Sims Awakening wants to know about 2020 forecast. So let's do that. Sims Awakening. Forecast. Message deleted by Streamlabs. Why is my vision just... I'm going to restore the message. Wished me Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It won't let me unhide your message. I'm sorry. It hid your message and it won't let me unhide it. The bot is very totalitarian, I must say. I must say the bot is very restrictive. I need to get a different bot. So for this, we'll use one of my favorites, one of my absolute favorites here. All right. Sims Awakening, let's see what your 2020 forecast holds for you. So what are you looking forward to in 2020 Sims Awakening? You looking forward to a different job, or do you have a move expected, or relationship things, or what's going on in your life, Sims 2020? Let's see, where'd Sims go? Where did Sims go? All right, so I had to sacrifice the box camera because I moved everything to get better internet. I'd rather have better internet and no box cam. All right, for 2020, 7 of Swords upside down, something that you lost or something that you didn't think you would be able to recover is recoverable in early 2020. Something that you think is unrecoverable is recoverable. So this is a project that you were working on. This is someone you were chasing. This is, the Streamlabs is the bot, by the way. Ceci is something that you thought was gone. Something is going to return. So something you thought that was stolen from you, something you thought was gone or lost is going to return to you at the beginning of the year. And that's important because that also affects your mood. We have the moon upside down. So your connection with other people, you're going to have sort of this Mercury retrograde type feel as you communicate to other people and as you sort of start talking to people at work. You have relationships. At the beginning of the year, you're going to have this Mercury retrograde kind of mess to where things are going to be misunderstood or things that you say are not going to be taken correctly. And it's going to be sort of messy. It's not going to be something smooth, and you're going to need to sort of work through that. So watch for that at the beginning of 2020. Not going to be exactly the best time to be doing big communications like a big negotiation or something like that, because things that you say could get misconstrued, and there's this air of confusion over sort of your Mercury skills, right? Your communication skills, and this is also going to affect your learning as well. So if you're doing studying, if you're doing things like that, you're going to have to pay extra attention. You're going to have to pay extra attention to learning and focus on a lot of different things as far as, let's say, February, March of 2020. That's going to be important for you here. So you're going to be able to recover something. You're going to have a Mercury retrograde type thing. And we have the sword. So it looks like 2020 is a lot about the communicating, or a lot about some communication challenges. And we see that sort of going into the Eight of Swords, to where you really don't want to drop off here. You're going to hit the swords, right? So the communication challenges are going to sort of wrap up for you in June. And I think that's going to be good because you have somebody new coming into your life around June or July. And this person is not going to be like pivotal to your life or super important, but it's going to be like a new friend, some new acquaintance that you have that you sort of meet at random. And this person's going to be able to, this person's sort of just going to clear up a lot of that confusion or a lot of that things that you did before. So it's going to sort of clear up June, July. You have a new friend coming. You have some new experiences coming as well. And that's important because of that miscommunication that starts there. Alley Cat, hey, how are you going? Yeah, my Christmas shopping went well. I bought a lot of tarot. Thank you so much. I hope yours is going great as well. All right, so the Hermit and the Three of Pentacles. It looks like that you have an update to your job around the end of 2020. And an update meaning you have a change, and it's sort of a switch, right? It's not really a promotion. It's not really some big opportunity. It's just a switch. So there's some switch coming within your place of employment, within your work, what you do as a hobby and things like that. That's going to hit you around the end of the year. And that's going to be sort of pivotal because it's right under the Hermit. It almost seems like the new person that you meet gives you some advice or gives you some new things to think about that you hadn't thought about before. And the Hermit upside down, you're going to be able to sort of come out of your shell a little bit. I don't think that you're one of the people that just explodes on people and like, hey, how's it? And, it sort of makes a magical connection the minute you meet someone and things like that. The Hermit upside down sort of tells me that you have a bit of hesitation sometimes. You want to get to know somebody before you become a good friend, right? You want to get to know them before you become a good friend or have that instant connection. Sometimes that's challenging to make for you, and you have to work at getting your point across. You have to work at getting that connection with people and making those tight friends. And that's going to sort of alleviate a bit at the end of the year, and you're going to be able to do a lot of different things socially that you're not able to do before. And I think that's going to cause a change in your work. You're going to have a bit of a change as far as what you do. And I think work's going to get a bit easier at the end of the year because as 2021 starts, it looks like that you may have some different opportunities as well. But 2020, not really much of the opportunity. There's going to be some changes and things like that. But overall, that is how your 2020 is going. Abanethe She-Wolf, how's it going? I remember you, Abanethe. Weren't you around like 10 years ago? Aren't you like a really, really long-time viewer? Happy holidays to you as well. Thank you so much. Naria Jr., hey, how are you going? Starry Night, how is it going? How best to deal with M? Maureen, hey, how are you? Let's see, who else? HX Shimzy, how are you? How is it going? How is everybody? Get some cat on the screen for Alley Cat. Some cat on the screen. Teresa Springer, how are you doing? And Tina Virgo Psych. I'm a Virgo. I can understand the challenge. I can understand that. I can understand where you're coming from. Best Savage. Are you doing all right this afternoon? Jade Mystic. Sarah, how are you doing? Shock. Let's see. Chocolate Mint. Sci-Fi. Miriam. Carmen. A lot of people here. Thank you so much for joining and watching the stream. This is all awesome. Best Savage, longtime viewer. Awesome. Thank you so much for being around. I really appreciate it. My Accurate Psychic Readings. I'm back. What did I miss? Well, I had internet issues, so I moved the whole setup right next to a gigabit modem, and I plugged it directly into the gigabit modem. So internet issues hopefully should be good. I think that should go away. I'm hoping. Coco Tab. Hello, thank you for your lessons on tarot. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Coco Tab. That's awesome. Yeah, Abinate, I remember you. You taught me so much about reading. You don't know it, but you were a mentor to me. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Is he interested in me? In Virgo Psych. All right, let's grab a random question over here. Let's see, romance. Neria Jr., what kind of unconscious limiting beliefs do I have when it comes to romance? What kind of trauma do I have? All right. Well, thank you so much, Neria. I appreciate the follow or the subscription. All right, so let's do hello, cat. Say hello to all the new people. I appreciate it. What unconscious belief do I have coming to romance? Oh, that is an interesting question. I like it. Let's update the question and let's get started on that. What unconscious issues do I have with romance? So we're picking the questions at random. I had a crash. Somebody else wanted a question and I promised them a question. I will get to it in a separate video. Unconscious blocks. So what unconscious blocks do I have to romance? That is an excellent question. Let's find out. So for this one, we'll use the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. And let's do a bit of a mix on the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. How is everybody doing this afternoon? Best Savage, I appreciate you being a long-time viewer. It really makes me happy. Alley Cat, your new layout is amazing. Thank you so much. I do get a lot of people asking about the layout and the stream software and whatnot, and I will be making a video maybe this weekend, maybe day after Christmas, when I get some free time. So Brianna Santiago, how are you? Thank you so much for joining. What do I do about my friendships? All right. So we're picking questions at random, and right now we're doing about the unconscious blocks to romance. Did I spell unconscious correctly? Yes, I did. I'm a Virgo, so there is a bit of OCD here. I must spell things correctly. I absolutely adore the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. So cool. What unconscious blocks do you have? Let's see. Three of Visions. That's kind of interesting. So let's look at the cards. We have the Three of Visions. We have the Six of Challenges upside down. Seven of Boons. All these selections upside down. So unconscious blocks to romance. It's almost like that you're trying to find a too perfect situation. Maybe you have a bit too many expectations or expectations into this too perfect of a situation. So the Seven of Boons upside down, right? All the choices and things like that. That being upside down, again, points me to this restriction of choices. So when you go into romance, it seems that the first thing that the cards are saying that you're looking at is, I don't want the perfect romance. I want this perfect situation where everything is going to go this direction. So it's almost like you're trying to micromanage the romance, or you're trying to micromanage the romance even before it starts. So you have this vision of how the romance should be or how it should go, and then there's reality, which could be two different situations. So the Three of Visions, it's almost like that you've had a romance in the past, or you've had a love in the past that exceeded your expectations. That really sort of rounded out you as a person. It was almost like you had a soulmate. So let us know, did you have a physical, mental, or emotional soulmate? It's almost like you had a soulmate, and this situation set your expectations or set your bar really high as far as romance goes. And it became a situation to where you were so comfortable with that, and then you expected that, or you wanted something like that. In the sense, your unconscious mind, more or less, or your conscious mind has sort of refined that even more into that. Let's see, not like I wanted someone. Just every reader always says I have some past trauma or some shit I need to know. Okay, but I'm just telling you, it looks like that you had a situation that was great, and it could have been a soulmate situation, and you know, it seemed, again, they're talking about maybe you had some past crap that muddled with the waters or what have you. But the Two of Boons, right, being this situation where, again, we have this restriction, we have this another restriction, and then we have this looking into a restricted area. So there's just a lot of instruction. So, but I had a soulmate, I think he was the latest. Okay. All right, so there is this restriction, and the restriction is something that could be in your mind. It could be something from expectations, and just sort of, it seems from the cards, you're asking me unconscious blocks to romance. You could have some past life stuff coming through to where you're trying to prepare a situation. And then let's talk about soulmates for a minute. That could be an interesting situation to where you're reserving a spot for a soulmate. And I'm going to talk about this in my soulmate videos, but a lot of times, so soulmates come from a previous life or previous experiences and things like that you haven't really resolved with that particular soul. So these two souls have unresolved a situation that hasn't been fixed or hasn't been fully manifested, fully resolved. And in order to get that done throughout different lives, you'll meet and you'll come together. The two souls will come together and just accidentally meet, randomly meet, and things like that. Watch my soulmate videos about the emotional, physical, and mental. So it could be a situation, there's an odd situation, rare, to where you sort of reserving a spot for a soulmate. But that could be another thing that's happening, that you're reserving a spot for a soulmate. And it could be one of those, because all I see here is restrictions. The restrictions could be coming from you, or it could be coming from basically the situation that needs to happen, and you're preparing for a situation that needs to happen. So I would say, don't be as restrictive. I mean, it's not hard to meet people, right? You can go and you can meet people, you can talk to people. So if you're really looking for romance, go meet people. Go meet people that you're interested in, talk to people that look interesting, find out if they are interesting, and don't have any mental expectations or any mental blockages going in. And I think that you'll be, I mean, at least moderately successful, right? At least it's for part one, which is meeting the people. But if you may have a soulmate coming, maybe by the end of 2020. If you do, leave a comment in the video, save the video, leave a comment in the video, let us know that you actually met the soulmate, because I think that would be interesting if you're actually reserving a spot for a soulmate. I think that would be fascinating, in my opinion. So yeah, I felt myself changing for him, like my beliefs and values, which is not good because we were together, we're only friends, but it's good that it stopped. Yeah, and I mean, again, it could be from a different situation, a situation where you had that and now you have these restrictions going in, or you have these expectations going in. But let us know if you meet a soulmate in 2020. That would be fantastic. I'd love to know which one it is. Be sure to watch my videos on the types of soulmates so you can know. So if you meet a particular one, you can know which one it is. So that would be fantastic to learn. All right, Kelly McKenzie. I watched his videos, which are super helpful, but it only helps so much. Yeah. All right, so let's put out a soulmate graphic here. I have a soulmate graphic here. There we go. Let's see, Cappy Lady, can I ask a question? Oh, yeah. Kelly says, my boyfriend broke up with me this morning. I'm sorry to hear that. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Will we get back together? Let's do that. All right, well, there's your boyfriend on the screen right there. Your boyfriend's blowing kisses. Hold on, I got a different one. Let's see. Nah, let's go with this one. Okay. Yeah, closed door. Sometimes we have a closed door, and we just sort of close the door, and we could be expecting someone, or it could be something that we just do. I mean, all right, so let's get a question. I live in a remote area, work night shift. The situation is getting pretty bleak. I'm sorry about that. That doesn't sound good. You want coming into my life. Okay, so Kelly wants to know, boyfriend broke up. Get back together. Let's see. My boyfriend broke up with me this morning. Oh. All right. Let's find out here. So we got the question. So for this, I want to use the Victorian Romantic Tarot. And this will be the last reading. Someone paid for reading, and then my stream crashed. So I need to go find out what the question was, and I need to make a video. So I'm going to do that right after this. And I apologize if you were watching and the stream crashed. That's just the way it goes. I'm now plugged direct. I'm hardlined into a gigabit modem. So I'm hoping that this new location, which is more echoey, but sure. I'm hoping that this new location will eliminate any problems in the future. Because my stream is important. I like interacting with all of you. I like saying hello to all of you. It's awesome. This is much better than me talking to the camera. I really enjoy it. I like talking into the camera too, but I like interacting with people. That's what YouTube is for, right? That's what YouTube is for, is interact with people and see how everyone's doing and all that good stuff. All right, so boyfriend broke up with me. We have the Two of Pentacles, which points to choices. Two of Pentacles points to choices and change depending upon which particular deck that you're using. Sometimes it's change, sometimes it's choices, but it's two different aspects. Two different aspects. It's almost like that. It's almost like that the relationship sort of ran its course, because I mean we have the Nine of Pentacles after that, right? The Nine of Pentacles. You have some different opportunities, or you have some new opportunities as far as love's coming up. It's a very positive card. Strolling around. Nice, beautiful area with the flowers and all of that stuff. It seems that there are better choices. I can't say better. I'm not sure how the boyfriend was. So, but there could be better choices. There could be different choices, because we have choices and then we have a good situation. So this combination points me to that you have different choices. The relationship sort of ran its course, which I put with the Eight of Wands, right? Put with the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is the movement card. It's a bunch of wands flying through the air. And the Eight of Wands flying through the air being turned upside down points me to that the relationship ran its course. The relationship sort of ran its course. So the Four of Wands being upside down points me to, yes, you will get back together, but not like immediately. The relationship ran its course. It needs some downtime. It needs some recovery time, right? It's like when you do something too long, you do something too often. You need that recovering time. You need that time to sort of get back into a different situation. And when you come back, then you have a fresh perspective. So the relationship can come back. The Four of Wands upside down means a relationship can come back. So it's a situation where it ran its course. It can come back later, but it's not going to come back immediately. But you do have better situation coming, and you have better choices coming. So your choices are not based upon the one boyfriend. Where's the boyfriend at? So the choices are not restricted to the one boyfriend. So you know, don't worry. There's choices are not restricted to that. You do have other opportunities, and the other opportunities could be maybe better, maybe a different situation, but you do have other opportunities coming, which points to the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles, the choices, the better situation. There will be some downtime as far as recovery is concerned. That's where we have the Nine of Wands and all that stuff. But the Eight of Wands means the relationship ran its course. I'm sorry it ran its course. It could come back, you know. It could come back. You never know. So, but yeah, but the Four of Wands upside down means it will come back if you would want it to later, but you're going to need the recovery time. The Eight of Wands means the relationship ran its course. And that is the Victorian Romantic Tarot. I really like that deck. Nicola, Hannah, hey, how are you doing? Sandra, hey, Athene, She-Wolf, were you in the tarot forums? Do you remember? I started out in a tarot forum, and I gave free readings. I don't know if you went back that far, but that would be interesting if you did. Hey, Krista, how are you? I'm doing great. General reading. Alley Cat, hey, how's it going? Do I do animal readings? Sure. I'd like to ask you a question about my wolf hybrid. Alley Cat, email me. Email me, Alley Cat, or ping me on Patreon. Coming you read was part of a conversation. I said learning is slow going, helped a lot. Problem is your videos are great. Thank you so much. So I'm going to end the stream here, and I'm going to try to find the person that paid for a reading, and I'm going to make a separate video. So I will be back with another video in a minute. I just need to find that, and I don't want to, well, somebody else paid for a reading. Okay, so Hadar Jacob, thank you for your request. I will have your reading in the upcoming video. So anyway, so yeah, let's cut it off here. And Hadar Jacob, you'll be in a video in about the next hour.